What's up, everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems with another edition of Trackwalk and MX Simulator. I believe this is episode 33. And since we have another off week, and since I haven't done a Trackwalk since a week and a half ago or whatever, but we have an off week in motocross, so I'm going to go ahead and do some laps here at my compound in MX Simulator. It's actually called Kellen Brower's house, but definitely not what my house looks like in real life. I wish it did. But yeah, I built this national track that I'm going to spin a couple laps on. And then Checkers, who builds a lot of the outdoors and some of the supercrosses and stuff like that, the official ones, built my supercross track on this. And then I built like a little free ride track thing. But anyway, the reason I really wanted to do this video for a track walk was because oftentimes new people in this game ask me like, hey, have you ever built a track, blah, blah, blah. Well, I already did a track walk. In fact, it was episode 7 of Track Walk, I think, on a track called Salton City MX Park, which was the first track that I ever released in this game. And as of right now, the track that I'm doing today was the last track that I've released in this game. It was when I like kind of informally retired. I guess I could use this track also in discussion with doing some laps on it to explain a little bit more what the whole like retirement thing means, because a lot of people are like, retired, oh, it's a video game, but anyway, yeah, this is a national track that I spent a lot of time doing some testing with suspension and stuff on in 2014. Jeremy and I, when we were on Team Barry that year, actually did a lot of training on this together, just kind of screwing around and having a good time. And I released this in, what was it, September or something like that, right along those lines last year. And yeah, I was alongside of a video where I said, the video is called Thank You MX Simulator from Kellen Brower on my old YouTube channel, not the Verb Moto Gamers channel, but like my personal one. And basically the reason why that I elected to retire or whatever at that time was I really didn't think I was going to come back to sim at all. I was at a point in my life where I needed to make some big changes, and they needed to happen fast. Not really anything like too bad, but a situation that I kind of put myself in that if I didn't get my ass into gear and start working, I would not end up a happy camper at this time in my life. So had to kind of put things down and really I didn't play sim for like a month at all after that. I pretty much said later, peace out to everybody. And more or less I made the video to say like, well, I'm retiring from racing, which is still true. I haven't really come back and raced anything in this game, barring 1 or 2 odd EMF races, one of which I won. I raced Daytona this year in RF, and then I raced High Point a month ago in RF as well. But those are just like, now that the channel Start Your Systems is doing so good, people are like, hey, Kellen, you should come back and race. And I'm like, well, all right. So I come back and do a couple fun events just because people request it. And but other than that, like, I'm enjoying not racing at sim anymore, and apparently I can't clear that double. So anyway, what happened was I left and I tried to go get everything in my life pretty much situated, and like I said, I just kind of assumed I wouldn't come back to sim. I'd kind of, before I left, flirted with the idea of live streaming sim again, just because I knew that was going to be easy and I wouldn't have to put a lot of time in. But when time came to post the video that I was, leaving and I was going to post this track, I was more or less just like, you know what? It's really just for the best if I don't hang around and keep fooling myself into thinking that I can keep playing this game. And because really this game takes up a shit ton of your life. It is kind of ridiculous when you actually put it into perspective how many hours, how many laps, how many crashes. I mean, like, if you calculated all the crashes that you had in this game, for me example, I mean, I've played this game for over 3 years now, and spent hours upon hours trying to get like hot laps on a national track or something, and you crash probably once, twice, at least a race, if not like 4 or 5 times, especially when you're doing hot laps trying to get a qualifying lap or something. And you're just like, see, like right now you're on the ground for like 10 seconds, you're just sitting around. Well, you're on the ground for 10 seconds. After 6 crashes, you're on the ground for a minute, and then after, what is it, like another 100 crashes or whatever that is. You're on the ground for an hour, and I'm sure you've crashed, you know, like 1,000 plus times in this game at least. And it just, you know, like things like that, you're like, man, I spend a little bit too much time playing this game. And I have a lot of like really cool things that I do in real life. You know, one of them being working as a writer for Verb Media Group. Got a chance to go to Loretta Lynn's last year as a freelance writer for Fly Racing. Know a lot of cool people. So I was just like, I'm not gonna keep dedicating my life into this game. It was kind of getting a little out of hand. So I stepped away, I got things in order, and things were starting to go pretty well for me again, and I was really happy. And you know, one of my goals is to have a successful YouTube channel with Start Your Systems, and that kind of all stemmed with like I was just kind of surfing on YouTube, watching some different people do some plays, like some gameplays and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, like I did a lot of work for the Gamers channel, but this stuff seems like way easier than what I did. I mean, like for the Gamers channel for 3 years or like 2.5 years more or less, I was just posting either stuff that people posted or making montage and edits and like all this stuff that I would post, and I wasn't really gaining any recognition other than for the Gamers channel to make those posts. Like I wasn't having a personal account linked to it or anything like that. So I was posting those, and like each virtual lap that I did, for example, like the official virtual laps that ended up going on to verbmoto.com would take me like 3 to 4 hours, whereas like I'm gonna make this video right now, you know, it takes me 15 minutes of riding, 15-20 minutes of riding, whatever, and then all I do is overlay the audio, throw it together on the channel, and it's up in an hour instead of a 3-hour thing. And so now I can finish that for the day and go do the other things I have to do today, like run some errands or do some laundry. So when I decided I wanted to come back and start doing like videos and get back into sim, it wasn't because everything had suddenly changed. It was just that I realized I could do it an easier way. And it's not that I'm not involved with the Verbmoto Gamers channel still. I still am, but more or less people don't post there anymore. I don't post there at all. I can't seem to land this tabletop. But anyway, I don't post there at all, and people rarely send me things, but when they do, I'll upload it. And you know, it's still got 16,000 subscribers, and most videos that get posted get like 2,000-3,000 views. So if you're a new gameplay guy and you want to post something, you know, feel free to send it to the Gamers channel email, because it'll get posted, and then you could get some more recognition for your channel that way. But that's not what I'm about. I wanted to start Your Systems from the ground up, and Jeremy and I, who run the channel together, we've been, you know, friends for let's see, like a little over two and a half years now, I guess. And we first connected when he was doing the amateur Supercross live stream in 2013, and he was asking for some help, because back then I did some live streaming for Race Factor Gaming and all this, and eventually it led to him starting to ride for Team Barry, which I had managed at the time. And so I basically went to Jeremy and I was like, hey, look, I'm kind of thinking about coming back. And he's like, yeah, I kind of am too, because he took a lot of time off at the end of the season last year as well. And I'm like, so here's what my plan is. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to join me with it. And he's like, oh man, that sounds really cool. Like, that'd be really fun. And initially we just started this like, well, you know, we're going to have fun. We might make a little money. That'll be cool. And that's still kind of where it is. But with the amount of growth that we've also had, it's like, wow, this is awesome. There's a lot of support for the channel. Maybe we could keep doing this, you know, obviously for fun, but also kind of grow our fan base some more and maybe connect with more people. And so far we've done that. But anyway, I just, you know, I came back and I was having a good time, and I was live streaming and I wasn't riding. I still rarely play Sim. I haven't played it in at least a week and a half. Like, this is the first time I've played it since before Redbud, and I only played it before Redbud because I had to do track walk on Redbud. And it's not that I don't like playing Sim. Like, I'm to a level now where I can pretty much pick it up and just play it again and have a good time and not have to like worry about relearning the game over. But I don't know, I just, like I was saying earlier, it just takes up so much time when you play it that you're just like, nah, I'll just go ahead and watch TV with my girlfriend, or I'll go ahead and go down to the beach with my friends. Like, I live freaking 20 minutes from the beach. I'm not gonna just ignore the fact that that's a cool thing to do while I'm a college student and still young and have the means to do so. So anyway, that's kind of like the story of me coming back and how like I'm still semi-retired but haven't necessarily quit the game, because I still get a lot of comments of people saying like, I thought he quit, I thought he retired, why is he here, what is he doing, blah blah blah. And it's like, well, I'm not really here because I'm back playing the game full time. I'm here because there's suddenly a group of people that really enjoy watching our live streams, and I had the time and the availability to start doing it again, and I just figured, why not? It's going to be fun. I don't have to worry too much about it, and I came back. And I have no regrets on coming back so far. I mean, obviously a lot of people are still like, why is he back? But I have had a blast with the live streams, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. And yeah, just killer. And so anyway, that's kind of my spiel about it. This is the track that I released the day that I stopped playing the game. I came back and raced like a couple one-off races since then. But other than that, yeah, no real regrets. And people still really enjoy this track too. It's kind of like a little compound track. So that's the finish line right there, but if you turn left right here, there's like a little patio area, and then you can see the free ride on the right side, which, you know, if you want to download that, you can go hit some of that stuff on your own time. Come up over here and there's a little empty pool, and then a little driveway up to the VurbMoto Gamers truck up here. Got some stands under the garage and a VurbMoto Gamers van, a little conjunct house, a lifted truck. Not a really big fan of lifted trucks, but it was a cool object, and I was like, whatever, I'll put it in here. And I just, yeah, made this for funsies and had the free ride put in, and then asked Chris if he wanted to build me a Supercross. He's like, sure, man. So this is the Supercross. I'll spend a couple laps on this before I end the video. And this Supercross never really got like a ton of use because I built and released this track, you know, mid-nationals. So I was doing a lot of nationals riding. And the Supercross track is definitely fun. It's challenging, as you can see. I just fell, but I didn't use it a whole lot to train or anything. As stupid as that sounds, training for this game, I know, but really, when you're a pro in this game, if you guys are a pro, or if you're getting close to being the level of a pro that will race competitively in this game, you know that it takes a lot of time to like perfect skills and be able to compete at that level with those guys. And no doubt about it, I was never close to the level that, I wouldn't say I was like not close, but I wasn't ever what I would consider the level of competitiveness that I wanted to be in this game. And I can't say that it wasn't from fault of trying, because I put a lot of hours in this game that I really shouldn't have, but like, there's just some guys in this game that put a little bit too much time into it, and it's starting to get out of control. I was just talking the other day, actually, to Brian Haskell, or Shack Attack, or whatever, when he was in town a couple weeks ago. We were talking, and he was saying how, like, he was kind of, I brought it up that he was like the original tryhard of this game, because in 2011 and 12, or 2011 and 10, actually, when he won like his championships or whatever, when it was just the MX Simulator Supercross series, not the Race Factory Gaming series, he was kind of like, well, nobody else really showed up. Like, I was the one that would show up all the time, and I would put in a lot of laps. Now everybody shows up every week. There's guys that are like literally in servers for 3 days straight putting in laps. And not to say that, like, if you have the time and that's what you want to do, then, you know, go for it. But at the same time, dude, like, if you're 16, 17-year-old kid in high school and you come home and you spend 8 hours a day playing this game, you're gonna regret it. Just saying, like, it's a little too much time to put into a game. That's my opinion. If you like playing this game a lot, you know, like, be my guest. And I'm really glad that through this channel we've been able to help people like get better at this game quicker, and also introduce some new people to it. I know that some people ask, like, where do you download this game, where do you buy it, blah blah blah. So it's nice to see that there's definitely a new fan base, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that we're trying to promote you to just like pour hours upon hours in this game, because that's something that neither Jeremy nor I do anymore, and we don't care to, because it's just we like realize that it's a point of like, what's the point? it's fun, it's cool, and I made a lot of great connections in this game, but at the same time, you gotta go out and live your life while you're young. So it's kind of my spiel, more or less, on why I'm not super involved in the game anymore. But I still have a good time playing when I do play, like I said, and the skills that I honed in for 3 years of playing this game haven't gone away, so that's always good because I don't have to pick it up and relearn it. Some people just don't know how to play this game anymore. It seems like it's kind of weird how it works out. Like when I started playing this game early 2012, like the guy to beat in the 250 class was Mike Owen, and like Mikey was killer. Like he had so much like natural talent in this game. Like he's just whipping everything, and it was really fun to watch him. But now when he comes back and races, like he's raced a couple one-off nationals this season so far, not that good anymore. And it's kind of weird because I don't like really get it. Like where does your like skill in this game go? Like I said, I've spent like a couple months away from the game, came back and felt faster than I was before. So anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put down a burner right here because it's taking a little bit long to get used to the Supercross track, but let's see if I can't put one down. Third person player for the win. Going off the track. Low line the triple. That's the hot line. Normally I go inside here and then double and then triple. And then double here. Single. Inside the wall. And get a run through the whoops. These whoops are kind of tricky. Like they're almost like flat, but they've got really interesting kicks in them. I would have preferred bigger whoops, but you know, it is what it is. So downside this guy, triple in, triple on, off, and then quad out. Then we got this little triple back here, drop down, double double, U-turn through the hoopties, and turn around, drop down, quad. And that's a lap of my Supercross track. So anyway, thanks for watching this week in Track Walk. I actually did 2 tracks this week, so it's like episode 33 and episode 33.5. But if you like this video and you like my whole spiel about why I don't play this game that much anymore and why I'd elected to go away in the first place, please like, comment, subscribe, you know, the usual biz. And Jeremy and I really appreciate everybody that so far has subscribed and is very active in the channel. And we've got plenty more coming in the future here with some new stuff planned as we get into the later summer months. So stick around. And yeah, thanks for watching.